one thought I have in terms of this integrating with society, and this connects to the work with men that I do, is we do not have rites of passage in this culture. And therefore, many, so many people, and of course, many, many men grow up without, we don't have the wise elders in the culture guiding us. We don't have the experience of going through that passageway to come out the other side a man. These things, the idea of the rite of passage for the boys was to remove them from the material comfort that is represented archetypally by the mother. And material, matter, mater, means mother, and bring you through this kind of harrowing experience from which you emerge understanding the, at least the beginnings of what it means to be a man. And in our culture, we have so many boys walking around in man's suits, and it's causing a lot of destruction and a lot of internal suffering in them as well. And so there potentially could be a role for psychedelics, and I don't purport to know what this might look like or at what age it would be appropriate or any of that, but there potentially could be a role for psychedelics to fill this ritualized space of helping young men go through a rite of passage to come out the other side understanding the responsibility that comes with being a man, so that we don't have all of these 30, 40, 50-year-old boys moving through the world. And I think this speaks to how our culture doesn't have the infrastructure um, for psychological development built into it. Our fathers don't teach us how to be a man because their fathers didn't teach them. And so when we see that there's a problem, and the masculine brain, the works as there's a problem, let's find the solution, let's build the solution. And so we create these pills that people take every day and we say, there you go, when really the underlying issue is that we don't have the cultural infrastructure to help people to develop psychologically. And right, is could psilocybin fill that role? It's a question, and it needs to be approached from the spiritual dimension as well as the scientific dimension, because the developing brain and these sorts of things, at what age is it appropriate? It's a question to explore. But we are dying, or because we don't have these rights, and so we silo ourselves and suffer in shame and in silence. And this is a blight that men, I work with a lot of men, and this is a blight that men suffer from. And this is a potential way out of that. But again, it has to be built in to the culture as an infrastructure that can hold all of this.